But
not to say it shouldn't be a fair rotation, you know what I'm saying, of talent as well, because excuse me, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we do as the consumers get tired of seeing the same faces all the time as well sometimes. You know what I mean? When people are getting pushed to the max, because that goes on too, and it's just like, hey, bro, like let's circulate some shit
I
sometimes.
don't know. I don't know because I don't feel like people not pushed that ain't hot. You know what I mean? I feel like yeah, we want to
Ever?
see. No, I
Oh,
ain't saying. I'm not saying ever. I'm talking about now. I'm
oh,
not saying ever. Like we can get into that, but no, I'm
okay.
saying as far as a new rotation, like everybody that's at the top, I feel like you know what I mean. We always want to see them. We always want to see
Fair.
Rock, Surf. You know what I mean? Cal and DNA. We always want to see the certain people from the
That's not
URL
true
era.
though. When they're getting certain matchups, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean matchups do matter. Matchups matter regardless. But I'm saying there's certain people because we just talking about same old faces. There's certain faces that we always want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because they built,
Sure.
you know what I mean? They built the stage. Like for 12 years, them crowds been coming to see Sue Surf and Tay Rock and Hitman and you know what I'm saying? DNA, Calico, K Shine, and that URL era. They built them crowds, they built the stage, they built, you know what I mean? So yeah, certain people we always want to see. So they always should be in rotation. But yeah, I understand what you're saying is sometimes we want to see the real six and the, you know what I mean, and the other people who, but they got to get there because as long as LeBron in the league, his backup ain't gonna get as much burn. I'm sorry. Like,
I see both perspectives though. Like I do agree with her when she said that a healthy rotation will be good for the consumer as well as for the league. For everybody to feel like everybody's eating.
it ain't
But
about that. It's about
I can
ticket
see the
sales.
perspective too, Musa, where LeBron got to feel like he LeBron in the league. Like if LeBron don't
It
feel
ain't even
like,
about him feeling like that. He still is.
yeah, but
Like he
regardless,
still
the
is.
team got to treat him as such.
Like we still got top tiers that's still that. So
Mm.
like these young boys, like y'all want to see these new people, but they're not excited. Like, they don't when you got big stages and money on the line and everything, you turn into people like that. The Sue Surf and Tay Rock that when you announce them that 4 days later the ticket sales are gone.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to these young people who say that you want to see their face and that's cool for talent wise, but them type of people you need to be putting on the app respectfully. Be not. I mean, I want them to get their big stage performances, but you got to give them the right looks for that, and they got to work their way up into the matchups and into that type of rotation because like it's still you still got people. Yeah, I would love to see. There's certain people that I love to Kid Chaos. I want to see Kid Chaos on the. I love see. I would love to see Kid Chaos on every car. I would love to see Real Sick. Like I love,
Mm.
like you know what I mean. This Ace, I mean too. True Pro, of course. You know what I mean. Piranha is certain people I feel like need looks, but in reality, I also know that it's a game of seniority. They're still here performing at a high level. Who am I to take the ball out their hand in the fourth quarter and give it to you?
The
Right.
new nigga on the court. What are we talking about?
Huh?
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
But I do
This
want
is
you.
a
It's cool. I
competitive
want you on
sport.
the court. But I mean, but it's got to be the right matchup. Like
Absolutely. I'm just saying, in responding to what you're saying,
I know.
that is also could possibly be the case. That's all I'm saying. It ain't just about these
Oh no,
old,
I know,
you
I know. You
know what
like
I'm
to
saying?
be objective.
Not
That's why
old
I
niggas
like
like
you.
that, but when talking about basketball, like, you know what I mean? Seniority and all that, all of those such things, absolutely. You keep the respect, of course, but sometimes your spot gonna have to get got. And somebody out there need to freaking do it. What's up?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
You know what
it.
I'm
I
saying?
like
Big
it. You got
pun.
to shake up the rotation sometimes. You got
You
to
know
make
what I'm saying?
niggas hungry.
So you
Exactly.
basically saying like, you know what I mean, Christian Leitner, like put one of the college kids on the team with on the car with all vets. That's cool. That's cool. Like,
Mhm.
okay. But make sure
Okay.
that like I'm just saying, like, that's cool. Like Christian Leitner was on the dream team. That's
Okay.
cool. Like he could say he was on the dream team. But
Perfect.
it doesn't matter because everybody's only talking about Jordan and Magic in them. Like I'm just saying, like y'all be wanting, then I want them to get looks, but like when these top people is still where they at, it's hard for them. And I'm not. Now I can't say that they don't deserve it because I feel like all of them deserve everything. But I also feel like they deserve a certain amount of respect too because they built that, and I can't even look at you as you know what I mean up there with them until they not worthy of being up there no more. This is what it is.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So
This
passing
is
the torch in a sense.
until
Right.
like until he stopped being what he is, like until he Jordan on the Wizards, he's still Jordan.
But we talking about battle rap, like how,
Exactly. Because I was
like
just about to
there is
say,
no
in this
retirement
sport,
in battle rap.
you can
Listen, and
always
tell
be
you
who you
if you
are.
top tier and you performing like you top tier, when you Tay Rock and you 14 years in and you still giving us performances on big stages that is, you know what I mean, shaking the culture, you still performing on a high level, you are still basically winning championships. Why would I go and say, hey, you know what I mean, let me ask Trey Young to play in this game, or let me ask such and such to play in this game? No, bro, you gotta get them. They're on a high level. They're gonna sell tickets. They're gonna perform. Everybody's gonna show up to see them. Tay Rock is going to Battle Swamp in North Carolina. Damn near half the crowd is coming to see Surfer Tay Rock. They're at home wherever they go. So it's like them type of respect. These young talents don't garner that. You can't put all of their names on the card and sell out of Summer Madness respectfully, but you could just put two battles on there with Surf and Rock, and now to Swamp a rookie, his matchup makes him what? But if he was on there with somebody else, it would have garnered that same ticket sales. Let's just be for real. If JC was on the card, if Swamp and JC was on the card, it wasn't Sue Surf and Tay Rock, would tickets have sold out? I would be able to get as many tickets as I wanted right now.
But
But now we're moving forward to like star power and shit like that.
But star power is garnered by ability. Because you can't be a star if you can't play. I ain't seen no bum make the All-Star game.
Look, I
nah, that's part of it got to do the nostalgia and people, already watching these people for 14, 15
No,
years.
y'all don't give that respect to Big T. Y'all don't give that nostalgia and all to Big T. Y'all say, oh, he top tier, but he's this and he's that. Nah, but then when the top tiers is still, and I still believe it, I still say Big T is what it is, but y'all will use that for him, but then say, oh, we need, man, come on, bro, we can't do that. Listen, these are legends. They at the top of the game still.
But that's not true though, because it does happen. Like you bringing up Big T. It's some people right now today that feel like Big T ain't shit.
But
you feel me?
Cool, that's cool with Big T. But what about the rest of them? Am I supposed to give Stumbles a look over Sue Surf? Hell
now
no.
you're going crazy. Like, all right, let's
That's what I'm saying. I'm just putting it in context. I was putting it in context.
Out. Let's talk about that.
So you bugging out now, don't
bro.
No, but that's essentially what we're saying. If I pick any of them to be on these big cars and to pick any of them, the younger talent over them. Why? Because we know from a money standpoint, it's not gonna add up. The numbers ain't gonna add up, and from just the culture standpoint, like you ain't gonna be able to. Like, come on, man, you could have a couple. You can have a couple battles on the card with a couple top tiers, and the rest regular battles. And they'll say, "This don't feel like summer, man. This don't feel like no." Remember last year?
I mean, I agree with you, bro, because you got to chalk it up to the battle rappers and the material, like you said, like the Mike P's, the Real Slicks. Like if they're not going up there putting up true sort of performances, people are not going to garner that. The ticket sales is not going to garner.
So you can say star power, but right, star power
Okay,
is garnered by talent.
You okay? It's not like I don't hear you and I don't, you know what I'm saying, feel what you're saying, but
Talk your
I
shit.
just can't let it go because you speaking as if this game is not fickle as it is. Surf has been just recently. Surf, Shook, these niggas was just going through the mud of not being on the status that they're supposed to be on because of the run.
Talk about it.
Like, what are you talking about?
No,
You're
so
speaking as if there aren't already periods
There were
where
years
niggas want to see
numbers.
the smaller niggas over the top niggas because they not fucking with them in a certain kind of way. You're bugging.
You're taking a specific situation and making it general. We talking about generally the top tier, generally. But even if you take those situations, Sue Surf, when he was when he was showing up, giving us 2 rounds, because he only could say the bad thing about him, Deluxe and 40. But when he was showing up, giving us 2 rounds versus Reed, versus Ron, versus Top, guess what? Guess what them 2 rounds were? Them 2 rounds was enough to make him a headline on the next battle, and all of us pull up and pay for it. But these young niggas, even if they come in with 3,
no. You can't say, oh, those 2 rounds. Blah, blah, blah. The nigga is already who he is, which is your point, which is also my point. you saying this, but at the same time, they're already gonna always be who they are. Some of these people,
Yo,
the nigga Surf, the nigga Tay Rock, they're gonna be 50, and they still gonna be fucking Sue Surf and Tay Rock. If they want to go on URL and still fucking rap,
but if
they
they're
could.
still, but if they're
And it's
still
gonna be
playing,
the same.
but if they're still performing like they are, then how could you not book them?
But that's the point. Like, it's gonna always be up and down. Possibly, you can't talk as if, oh, they should always get.
But
this
they
respect
go,
because
but
they're
they
so and
garner
so.
more
Nigga,
respect.
they already wasn't getting certain types of respect because they're
Yeah,
so and so and wasn't doing what niggas wanted them to do. Like, it's always gonna
But
be
when
a
was
period
Sue
of time
Surfer
when
pull up with
something
2
is and
rounds?
something isn't.
Yo, it was a game where Kobe scored 63.
I don't
And
give a fuck.
listen, hold on.
Yeah.
He scored 63, and Phil took him out, and he said, "I'm the whole quarter."
Flag on
If
the
he's
board.
already up 2, why are we talking about? He's
Off
pulling
with
up.
this nigga head. I don't
He's
care.
pulling up, giving you them type of performances with 2 rounds, and you still telling me to book niggas who can't give that performance with 3 rounds.
I don't care.
What am I supposed to do? I'm taking the most electrifying nigga. I don't give a fuck if it was 5 minutes, because your 20 minutes can't equal his 5 minutes. It don't matter. I'm going with him. Because these young niggas don't know. The reason that he got so much star power, the reason is because of what they do. They know how to work the stage. They know how to do promo. They know how to build the battle to what it is. They know how to do this. Why? Because they built this lane. So they're the best at it. And while they're still driving in this lane, I can't pick no other driver to beat them.
Okay, Moose.
I'm not picking Sin in a race against Dale Earnhardt.
Respectfully to me.
Against Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, any of them. Jeff Gordon. No.
All of your points are
I'm gonna
not
damn how good he drives. He ain't gonna drive as
them
good
are
as
not to
them.
be argued. It's just certain heights of your points that are argued. That's all I'm saying. Can you agree with that?
Right.
Or not?
I do agree with that. That's only because, you know what I mean, at certain points, both of us are trying to make something specific, general, something general specific. We both in and out of that, trying to make our points with each other. So we just bouncing off.
That's how you gonna point me out? I'm responding to you.
But that's what makes it good content. But I objectively, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm going to still be on the side of the URL guys because, you know what I mean, I still feel like they garner a certain respect as our legends and our superstars, and they're going to always be that no matter what. And as long as they're here, battle rap is always going to be in a good place.
And I respect that. And maybe that's also why I have the perspective, because I ain't on no side. I'm in the middle of the
I'm not really on no side, but I just feel like those are our superstars. Those are our superstars in battle rap and real life. You know what I mean? Like, look at what they've done for the culture. They, you know what I mean?
It's okay, baby. You want to side? Just stay over there. It's